Hey, hey, I be rolling off a beat. Bitches coming, yeah, they coming overseas. I be coolin' with the squad, I be cooking with the team. Yeah, we living out the life, yeah, we living out the dream.
We here once again. Let's talk about a podcast. Of course, it's me, Avion Irvin. We here with it. And before I introduce my guest here, I just want to get something off my chest that I've been thinking about for a little while through quarantine and the COVID. You see on the news a lot of totally bad news, especially with the pandemic and innocent people getting killed. I just want people to, hope people out there who are going through some stuff, they get the help. I've definitely been reading a couple books about it. One of the books is Shook Ones by Charlemagne the God. If you don't have it, I recommend it. And he just talk about, mental health and the struggle, minorities go through and how therapy can help in a way, but it's not really known in the minority communities. But I'm just reaching out to you guys to tell you that it's okay to get the professional help you need and to seek a way out the best way you can instead of, trying to make money, make it the right way. You see people like my guest here doing YouTube, which is straight positive, and you can make an opportunity out of that. Got my other guy here, Metro, who has a studio. He's giving back, helping artists, and doing something that's positive and giving positivity in the community. So that's the best thing you could do instead of bringing the negative energy. The best thing to help you mentally is to help others in a positive way. So that's just a little something. That was a little TED talk right there, real quick. So here today on the Let's Talk About It, we got my man John. Man, I don't usually introduce people, but John is a cool dude that I knew for a long time. A guy who's very ambitious. He has his YouTube channel, of course, that RTP John. So no further ado, say what you got to say to the people out there.
Hi, how y'all doing? I started YouTube to make sure just to have fun, just to make sure spread positive energy with everybody. And I know my boy Avion here for a couple of years now. I was a freshman in high school and he was a senior, so he was graduating, and he recently started his own YouTube channel. We had a video on my channel where he beat me, but we decided to collab on another one, so that's why I'm here today.
Of course. He tried to test me on the court, man. I wasn't letting that slide. So
it's a horrible game. It's a horrible game.
All right. So as we get started, man, I just want to say, Limitless apparel out now. Get your shirts. If you want to go on the Instagram page, it's _Limitless_apparel. Get your shirts. We got all sizes, red and blue out right now, black and white. Hit my DMs. If you need a shirt, just hit me up. So as we get into the questions, John, I just want to know, what does RTP stand for? I don't know what it means. What's good with that?
You gonna hit me with that question first?
Of course.
I get that question a lot, actually. I don't really answer it, along with other people, but I answer it for y'all today. So, RTP was something that I started with my stepbrother, and a lot of people have their own meanings on what they think it means or their own perspectives on what they think it means. What it actually means is remember the pack. So I made a pact with my stepbrother that no matter what I do, whatever we would do, or anybody around me would do, we would try our best at it and reach the highest level to it. So I take that into my YouTube videos. So it's a reminder to always remember the pact, and I just put my name at the end of it. So it's like a sentence, like a reminder, self-reminder for myself. Remember the pact, John.
That's what's up. And remember the pact. So is your stepbrother into the videos with you, or is something that you just made a pact with him?
Well, I mean, when I was younger, he was a very good baseball player. He could have gone to MLB and all that. He was very good at the sport he played. So we told ourselves, and he was like a role model to me. So that's when he passed it down to me. They told me to be good at, put my head 100% effort into everything I put into, and that's what I try to expose in my videos too.
That's just what. So is that kind of the reasons why you're making videos now? Is to keep the pack with him, or to make money, or just to give off positive vibes in general?
Oh no, I'm just having fun. Me and my boys do like stupid stuff anyway. So we're just like one day, oh, why don't we just put out a camera in it? But they wasn't down to like edit or actually think of ideas. So I was like, I'll do all that. I just need y'all to be there with me when I'm doing stuff. That's why the first video I just took it upon myself to spray paint my boy's car.
Yeah, I see that. That was wild. That was wild. At first, it would have been even dope if you used real spray paint.
Oh
And he
nah,
couldn't take it
that's a
off.
Dodge Dart. I can't.
Nah, I seen that first video, man, and you had it was successful. You had about 2.8 views on that video, and I'm like, yo, John really doing something, because usually someone's first video is not that many views, and you get like probably barely 100. So how did that make you feel when you got that, when you seen that 2.8? Like, did you feel like he was famous already or what?
Nah, I was surprised when I saw the almost 3,000 views on it. I think right now it's just barely at 3,000 views. I was surprised because, I mean, I didn't do it personally, a lot of promoting for it, but I know a lot of people around me, like when I had the thumbnail made and I had it spread around, I was surprised when I saw the numbers just go up because it was like an overnight thing. I would go to sleep. My goal is when I post the video that my first 24 hours, I gotta hit 100 views. That's a goal that I set personally for myself. But when I saw that it kept going up and going up and going up, I looked at the people around me. I'm like, we got to do something else like this. This could be something that keeps going because obviously it has people entertained.
True. And when you coming up with these ideas, what's the process of coming up with these ideas? Because obviously you're not going to please everybody.
Right.
So how are you able to try to make content where a lot of people are tuning in? You getting attention from different people all around. What's your process of coming up with these ideas and making sure people are actually tuning in to these ideas?
I mean,
I've watched
YouTube for like years, and I've always seen like content creators like do their pranks, do their public interviews, just come up with ideas. And me and my boys would just like sit around sometimes and just plan some ideas of ourselves too, but we would actually never put them into fruition. But one day when we decided to like actually go into all this, and when I decided to actually take this seriously, I took some of those ideas and actually started making it into videos. So that way I could post, and I knew people would like it because for some reason, when you watch YouTube, people always like to see other people like angry or like almost like they like the drama, they like the hostility for some reason.
And I definitely because I'm not big. I'm really into YouTube, but I'm new in YouTube. I'm watching podcasts, because it's something I like doing. When I'm on YouTube, I'm looking for specific things, like either podcasts, motivational speeches, and things of that nature, right? So when you was first on YouTube, who or what brought you to your attention of like, maybe I can do this as well?
I mean, I didn't start YouTube just myself. It was about a year ago where I had made a YouTube channel with my ex-girlfriend. And from there we went on for like a couple months of doing it. And we wasn't really promoting or taking it that serious. But then a year later, I have people around me like telling me like, oh, you should cut back into YouTube. You should get back into YouTube. Like your personality and the stuff the ideas you have could actually come to life, and you could put it on camera and people actually watch it. So it's just people around me telling me to get back into YouTube. But I also look up YouTube videos. I watch YouTubers. Like my favorite YouTuber out there is Pretty Boy Fredo. So I watched some of his videos and some of the people around him to get ideas from there and to see where I could put my personal touch on.
Yeah, definitely. And as I was looking towards you, you got your girl in here now. Once you said that ex-girlfriend, she looked up real quick. She put her phone away and all that. She was like, "Who's this ex-girlfriend? What you talking about?" Nah, but so definitely on the first video you had much success. Looking at I know who you talking about, Pretty Boy Fredo.
Yeah.
You had much success with your first video and that stuff in that nature. But all the other videos after that weren't so successful. So what are some things that you had in your first video that you didn't have in your other videos prior to that, or some things that you did before that you didn't do, to make your other videos just as successful as the first one?
Well, I feel like the first video is just more like, it was just the first drop, so everybody's just watching to see what actually comes when I actually make my first video, and people see that it was a prank. I did a lot of networking and a lot of promoting for the video. I would have like a premiere for it or post exactly at the time I wanted it to post, and everybody was just watching at that time, with the other videos, I feel like people just well, if you look at the first 2 videos, they were pranks, and the next 3, which involved 2 basketball videos and 1 football video. So it just helps me look at it, and people might like the prank aspect more, and rather than the sports aspect, which is fine. Like, but the numbers will always go up and down, so I'm not really worried about how the numbers look compared to each other.
Yeah. And when it comes to pranks, like, how do you figure out those ideas though? Well, is it just like stuff that you look at already on prior? Because it's kind of weird when you go from a prank video to a basketball video to the video. Like, what's your purpose of just doing a whole bunch of everything instead of sticking to one thing? Because you know how some people have content specifically for one thing. And there's people who do a whole bunch of stuff. Like nowadays, the most popular things going on is going to the mall with diamond testers, or going to the mall and asking people different questions. And that's like attention grabbers, because that's kind of like drama. You kind of get that idea of like, okay, people aren't interested in me. People are interested in the what's going on out there.
Right.
Yeah. So with that, I feel as though you're touching in every area, which is cool and which is entertaining, and it's kind of like the trend nowadays. That's what you're keeping up with, is the trend and what's going on, what other people are doing.
Well, I mean, when you put other people in your videos, I feel like you get more views because they will go and tell their friends and be like, "Oh, go watch this video. I'm in it." That's why when you do public interviews, you get those people to subscribe to you right away, because you promise them time in your video, and then they will go and tell their people. So it's all about networking. Like, oh, I'm gonna use you for your video, just like we did for yours, and like we're doing now. We collab on our video. So you'll go tell your people to subscribe to me, and I'll go tell my people to subscribe to you, follow you, all that. In terms of the videos, I feel like when I went from prank videos, I needed something to transition into the sports video. So that's why my 3rd video, I played another fellow YouTuber, my boy Manny, in a one-on-one, but we put a punishment on it, so that way people still see like that hostility of and that competitiveness, and it just so happened that he got his shoes burned in the end.
Okay. If you guys didn't check out that video, that's a pretty cool video. And those some pretty cool shoes that he had to burn. That was crazy.
Very expensive shoes, but I wasn't burning my shoes that I put up.
So how are people able to see that video? Just go on YouTube, RTP John, or
yeah, actually, when you look up my name and you type RTP John, and I'm the only channel that really comes up. At first, like when you type in my name, and you would have to go through autocorrect and all that, but luckily through the audience that I've built and the views that I get and the content I create, it comes up as my name.
Okay, so if you heard that, man, make sure you check out his page. Now when you're doing all these videos, me personally, I have videos, and I'm not a good editor. Who's usually your main guy that you go to edit your videos, or do you edit your own videos or record your videos?
I don't record my own videos. I have my boy record my own videos. He was in the first 2 videos. My boy Chris records my videos, and if you watch our first video, my boy Zay, when I spray painted the car, they're cousins, so we always would hang out with each other afterwards. So I just told him like, "Yo, can you hold the camera for me?" But in terms of editing, I edit my own videos. My boys will throw in their like personal touch, and they'll be like, "Oh, you need to do this better. You need to fix this. You need to do that." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." But I've taken some time away to like get a better software of editing and all that. And I'm probably just gonna get somebody to edit it from here on, so I can make more content, because it's time consuming.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is, right? And I'm like, what do I do? It's just like it seems simple. All you do is fix the audio, but it's so much going into editing. It's really time is money, and the products you have after editing really what makes your videos pop and get the attention that you need.
Right.
And I just can't edit. I can't edit at all.
It's hard. I use iMovie right now, but I've been looking into other editing softwares and probably just an editor, because it's hard. It is hard. Like at first when I was just thrown in there, I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Does it cost to edit for you, or?
Nah, iMovie is free. If I have a MacBook, so it comes easily. It's already on there, so I could just go, and there's a YouTube button that just automatically sends it to YouTube.
That's what's up. And just to speak on that first video, good edit. You have this one thing in the beginning of your video, one of the first video, the spray paint video, which is kind of like the montage where you show little clips, right? You show little clips, and it's like little clips of the video. You put it in and it's like kind of like attention grabbing, because you don't give all the juice, but you give some juice, it's like it made me want to watch it.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like, yo, he spray painted his car, then you had your boy yelling at you,
Yeah,
and
he
it
was
just shuts
drifting.
off, and then it's kind of fun. So tell me about that. Why you think that's important to your video?
I mean, when you get big enough on YouTube, some people YouTube ends up putting your what's it called, your video in ads, and they mostly use the front of the video. So I'm like, how can I grab the audience's attention within the first couple seconds? So I use the most important parts of the video, which won't give away too much, to make the beginning, and then I'll cut it off. That keeps everybody on their feet, like what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
And then from there, I go into the video and everything. But if YouTube does end up using advertising, or if I want to use advertising myself, I know that the first couple seconds of the video are key.
True. And isn't there a certain amount of time that a person needs to watch to get that view? I remember you was telling me, like, when you first look at that video, right? And there's a certain amount of time to count as a view. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you need to about 30 seconds to a minute for a view to count on YouTube. So that's why I use the first couple seconds, because if I can't draw your attention in to watch the rest of the video,
Yeah.
I just lost the view and I just wasted some of your time going to why can you watch something you're not going to be interested in?
Okay. I'm gonna ask you, is it hot in here?
It is kind of hot.
Yeah, because you dripping right now.
I know, it's hot as hell in here. I'm about to take this jacket off. Hold on.
My man.
Just the jacket.
My
It's
man
the
just
jacket.
my man was swimming before this. All right, so back in the video, you pranking your boy, right?
Right.
You know, it's common to prank the friends, the people that you know. And pranks can go a little bit too far. So what's going too far in pranking your friends or something? What's going too far for you? Do you have a limit, or it's just no limit? We out of here.
Sometimes it is no limit. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think going too far is when you take something that you know is like going to hurt them either physically or emotionally or anything. Something that they told you personally, you try to exploit that just for views or anything. I think that's taking it too far. I think you can consider my second video as taking it too far. He was trying to light me up with a paintball gun in my back, caught me in my eye. I just dropped. I was like, I can't, like. He was like, "Oh, it's just revenge." I'm like, "No, you took that way too far. I
Yeah.
can't." I almost lost my eye that day. It was just bruised right here.
Yeah, that's crazy. I seen that video too, and your eye was like this big, bro, huge.
Yeah.
Was y'all cool after that, or was it some type of tension between y'all, or y'all was just cool?
Now we've grown up with each other for years, so like we just tend to put that stuff time behind us. We still bring it up to this day. Like all I did was put removable spray paint on your car, and you shot my eye. Like,
Yeah, that was crazy. Oh snap! Well, it's all good.
Oh, no, you good, man.
It'll come back. We got IG Live here. So definitely, because I'll be playing pranks with my boys too. Like definitely at sleepovers, you know, you put the water in their face, or he put some shaving cream. Yeah, they're light jokes. But I go on YouTube. There's really people wilding on there. I wonder. In my eyes, like you don't know what's going on after the video. You feel me? So I'm just wondering, are they still cool? Is it worth those? Is it those all them views and stuff? Is it worth your friendship and stuff like that? So I be just thinking like, wow, like what you would do that to your boy. Imagine if it was for some money or something. Like, what would you do? Like, sometimes you can't trust, but you obviously you are cool. It was nothing that serious. But him almost taking your eye out, that's OD.
nah, yeah, I gotta get him back. I got a couple things in store for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be anything to that extreme. Like, but I know like I know what he's capable of now after getting pranked and after I got shot. I know what he's capable of now, so I don't ever want to push him to that extent no more. But I'm gonna still try to make him like regret that. But as in terms to what happens afterwards, I mean, like if you're cool, if you guys are able to talk it out, you shouldn't let nothing come in between that. Even offer him, like I told him, I'm like, yo, if you get me back, make sure you at least got the camera on, so I could use that. But in terms of everything, a simple prank warrant between your boys never hurt.
Exactly. It's all fun and games. And from making these videos, right? You obviously learned a lot of things. You have goals. What is something that you learned making these videos, or learned from making your videos? What is something that you learned to reach that next level in views and subscribers? What is something that you plan on putting into your content to make it better and to reach that next level, like Pretty Poor Fredo or DDG, all those guys that's pretty popping on YouTube? What are some goals that you have?
I mean, just listening to my audience, let my audience tell me what they want to see and see what I could do based off what they tell me. Like, so I'll go on Instagram and be like, oh, what should I do for a video? Any ideas, drop them down below. I always say that in my videos, any ideas, drop them down below. I'm going to try to do them. In terms of everything, I'm going to try to get the audience more involved. I'll probably start doing some public interviews because, like, everybody has a goal when you start YouTube is always hit your first 1,000. And not everybody can reach that first 1,000. I'm thankful enough to be halfway to that point already in the short months that I've been on. But my goal is just to continue growing and continue just, if there's anything for I could tell anybody is that once you get haters, that's when you know you made it. Regardless of how many subscribers you have or not. Once you have haters, you make it. I have people that have like double digit dislikes on my videos and whatever. It doesn't faze me. Like it doesn't bother me.
And when people obviously, them haters is just people that's like, damn, I should have thought of this idea first anyway. So
Right.
I won't pay attention to them either. And that's a good thing. But the most important is like, why should people choose you over anybody? Like, why should people tune into your channel? What is something about you that you feel as though is different?
I just feel like I bring a different type of energy to my videos. I try to be positive, energetic, try to do stuff that you might be thinking in your head, but you don't know how to exactly do it. You might want to make this type of video, but you don't know how exactly. So it's like, use me as like a forefront to like, as in like, you look at my videos and get an idea of what to do for yours and all that. Because at the end of the day, I'm just here to entertain people, spread positive vibes, and just have that. I don't like no toxic vibes or anything on my channel or nothing like that. So if I could pass that down to other YouTubers down behind me, then that's all that really matters for me. It's just influencing the next wave.
That's what's up. And that's definitely something that you need to do. Pay attention to the people that come after you, not just yourself, and giving off them positive content. And that's what I'm trying to do on these videos here, on these different podcasts that I have. Definitely give off positive vibes, but also give off good information for the people that's coming up behind me. Not a lot of people are doing this. A lot of people have podcasts nowadays, which is helpful. You know, I felt like this year during COVID has been one of the, people look at it, yeah, of course. I'm not going to say it's the best because what's going on is, you know, people are dying. But if that's all you're looking at, if that's the only, you have tunnel vision, if that's all you're looking at, just look at all the things people are putting out there. You have artists are putting out free concerts on Instagram. You have the verses, things like that. But you also have information. People are actually sitting home now giving out free information, like free, like $1 million game. They giving out for free because they sitting home bored. They got nothing else to do. And if your main focus is, oh snap, when can I start partying again? Or when can I go out to eat at a restaurant? Like if that's your main focus, then you got to change it fast because there's so much opportunities being built from this year alone.
No, yeah.
That you can really capitalize on if you're chase your dream. You know, one thing that I heard, or like not really what I heard, but that was told to me is maybe your passion is not something that is planned for you. You know, God has definitely blessings for you, but God's plan may not be the plan that you want in your own passion. There's other things that's out there that you can definitely go get chase after. And why not now? While everyone's at home, chilling, trying to stay in, playing video games, whatever they're doing. I'm not saying that that's not okay. It's okay for you, but I'm totally different. But why not take advantage and do something with that? And sorry if I'm talking like crazy. I just feel as though when things come in my mind, I just start talking. But it's definitely about.
No, you're right. You're right. And this year has been like, is as much as crazy as this year has been, is a perfect opportunity to go do something. That's why I got into YouTube. I know a lot of people around me got into YouTube, Twitch, because you're home. You could start gaming. If you were into gaming, make it into something. Make a YouTube channel. Maybe people enjoy your content. For me, I've been away from YouTube for a few because I've gotten 2 jobs just to bring in income in to help out my household. So that's why I've taken a break from YouTube for a minute. But after a while, I'm gonna start getting back into it. I know everything looks like it's about to shut down again, but until it does, I'm still here trying to make videos and everything, edit. And when it does, I know I have pre-recorded videos to just drop weekly back from my audience.
And you just had a birthday, right? How was that?
I was nothing special. COVID shut everything down.
Yeah.
Yeah. One
mean-
more year, and then you can ask me that question, and I'll be 21, and then I'll be fine. Hopefully, COVID's gone by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how does it feel just to have just another year, to go through another year, to be 20 years old? How does that feel?
It's always a blessing to be able to see another year, because nowadays, like you said at the beginning of the podcast, so much youth is taken from us at a young age and everything, regardless of the color of your skin and all that. Everybody has a loved one, and no one wants to lose that loved one, especially for people around me. I've seen it so many times, along with the riots, along with everything. You lose people at a young age. No one can really picture themselves no more growing up. So it's hard for everybody. So it's always a blessing to hit another year of age. It's another year of wisdom, another year of knowledge, another year of experience. And that's just the way I always look at things.
So what is your lesson what is the most important lesson that you learned this year?
That's hard. If anything, is don't take anything for granted. Anything could be taken away from you. Anything could be taken from you at any moment, and enjoy the time with your loved ones. Enjoy the time with your family, with your friends, everything. Don't let one bad argument or one uncertainty just ruin everything for the rest of the year. Move on from it. Grow as a person and just enjoy your life.
And I also got my man Metro on here too. I want him to say something about that same question, because I feel like he knows a lot more than we do. So I'm gonna ask you the same question. How was the year for you? What did you learn?
I think I just learned that you take a lot of stuff for granted that we're used to. Everyone's used to restaurants. Everyone's used to going out, doing all these like fun things. But that shit's mad fragile.
Mm-hmm.
It gets taken away, and now you have to figure it out. So I think a lot of people need to reevaluate how they think and how they look at things, and just understand that you have to have a plan B. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In situations where a pandemic sweeps the world, and we've never seen anything like that before, you have to figure out a way to move on, And I don't think, whether you're a YouTuber, podcaster, literally whatever, I don't think anybody ever saw this transpiring, So it's beautiful. And I'm going to say it's beautiful because if you thought the world was easy, they just threw, a wrench in it.
Yeah.
And now you got to figure out who you are. A lot of people think they know who they are, and they think they know how they would react to situations. I put it this way. Look, I was outside of the studio one time. Guy comes by talking crazy, right? I turned to him. I said something slick, pulls out a gun. When you're in that situation, you could have played that event in your head a million times, right? If this happens, I'm going to do this. If this happens, I'm going to do that. But when you're actually in the situation, it's how you react to it.
Mm.
Use that as a metaphor. This pandemic, there's people that have cowered to it. There's people that have completely shut down. And I understand it. Like, I see what people are going through as far as like depression, losing their jobs. I understand it, but like, you can't let that completely shut down your life, because there's bigger things than this. Like, not being able to go out to a restaurant, that's not going to like kill my dream.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, if I learned one thing this year, it's just that like shit's way more fragile than we think it is. And nothing's set in stone. Nothing goes to plan, We're all not promised a day in this world, So like, for us to plan for our future and to plan these events, like, you never know what comes next. So I think this year was a perfect example of that. And for what you were saying as far as people taking advantage of being at home, I think that some people are going to look at it like that, and others are going to look at it as something where, how could anyone make stuff happen during a time like this, right? But I think the successful ones are the ones that figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll tap back out now.
All right, that man was holding that for a whole year. He was waiting for this moment right there. But definitely, man.
I think you need Metro on one of these podcasts.
We're right. I gotta think about that. I haven't thought about it, but I'm like, yo, this guy, he's a serious dude. He's doing this day in, day out. And he's putting the work in, and I wouldn't be surprised if one day he just blows up. Because he's making something out of this, and also giving back to people who won't have the resources. So, shout out to Metro, shout out to John. And for as we close this out and things like that, we want to know what's next for RTP John. What's good with that? What's moving? What you doing moving forward?
Definitely more videos coming. I'm looking at going back into it around the new year, restarting, remaking more videos. Hopefully everything stays open so I could go to the mall, do some public interviews, get some subscribers that way. Continue doing more pranks. I got my boys back here in town from college, so they should be on edge soon. They got a couple things coming their way. My eye needs to be avenged in some type of way. But just in general, probably look into other stuff, listen to more of my audience, keep asking questions on Instagram. Just trying to be more active and trying to be out as much as possible, because being inside for me is just, I can't be inside for that long. I need to be out. Probably some vlogs just to get content out there for you guys. So in the case of everything does shut down, I have videos that I could broadcast and put out to my audience.
For sure. So, tune in, RTP John, YouTube. Also, RTP John on Instagram. Tune in, Avion Irving Instagram. Limitless Apparel coming.
They're not safe. I came on this to address that game too. I hope you know.
Okay, what's up then? I'm with it all, man. When you this nice in basketball, you feel me? People challenge you. That's the end of the story. People challenge you, and then
that's funny you say that, because you went on my Instagram and challenged me. He came to me and challenged me. I told him the location. I told him everything. My man spent 10 minutes of one call. He thought 1 minute. If y'all go back, y'all could look at it. 10 minutes. I had to make a big pause just for you to decide whether it was a 1 or a 2. And there was another call later on in that game, a travel call that if you look back into it, ain't nobody said it was a travel. Another 10 minutes wasted.
How long was the video?
Video was about I would say 12, 13 minutes.
The whole video was 12, 13 minutes?
I gotta look back on it.
I mean, not the edited video, the whole video as a whole.
Oh, the whole edited video? It's probably 30 minutes because you took forever
to
argue a call.
And he's determining the 30 minutes on 10 minutes. The 10 minutes didn't matter when you was up 10-4 and you had to score 1 point. And one call isn't going to affect you if you have to score 1 point.
No, but a 10-minute break, 20-minute break between calls will.
So let me tell you like this.
Just took all my momentum away. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to just
say 2K.
I'm going to quote you on something you said at the end of the video.
Energy don't go down after 10 minutes. Like, you still got, that's a break for you. If you're up 10-4, right? And you get a 10-minute break, that should be like a golden nugget. That should be like halftime for you.
Now when my shots is dropping right there, I can't take a break.
Your shots are just dropping.
Watch the video.
All right,
I'm going to send you that little piece of it just so you can solely watch it.
Man, tune in that video, man. RTP John, go to that video, watch the video, and watch what happened. You gotta see it to believe it. He did catch fire. I did think it was a 2, but I thought it was a 1. But I was down 6 points. You feel me? Kobe in the 4th. You feel me? RIP. And I had to turn on the end of Mamba, man. Come on now. Let's take it like this. Feel me? I don't play basketball. You go play basketball almost every day.
That's a lot.
So you saying you wasn't over there all the time?
The last time I played basketball was against you,
bro. You had basketball videos before me.
1.
I played football.
Okay, I had 1, and I dropped the football video too.
You wasn't running no routes. You was recording.
I was recording. It was a promotional
So
video.
you don't play
But
football.
I don't play football. I'm just saying.
You play. So
It's
what?
the fact that the last time I played basketball was against you on that day.
Here we
And
go.
since then, I haven't
This is
been.
exactly what happened in the video. See
What?
how we arguing right now? We was arguing over everything in the video because he was losing. So
He just said I was up 10-3.
This is how you know he's a baller, right? Okay. Did you play ball in high school?
Yes.
Did you play ball middle school?
Yes.
Okay. You played ball middle school. Did you play ball after high school?
No. Did you?
Bro, so the videos that you have was after high school.
Oh no, yeah, that.
Okay, let's play
recreational, yeah.
Okay. I played football all my years. I played basketball, of course, but football was the main sport. You played that's all you played was basketball.
Okay.
So you gonna tell me you let me beat you? Actually,
you played basketball before and after high
you
school
let
too.
me come back down 3-1 in the finals.
Use the NBA reference.
Come on, 3-1 in the finals. You made me come back and beat you on your own channel with your own with his own rules. He made the rules up in the middle of the game.
I ain't make no rules up. The rules were from beginning from the first channel.
Hey, bro, don't lie.
You called me out. You won. I just wanted to quote you on something you said at the end of the video because I've been meaning to ask you this.
What?
You said there's levels to it, right?
Yeah.
You said there's what? There's trash, there's decent, there's nice, and then there's you. What puts you over nice? Be humble now.
I didn't think about that question. Now I thought I was never gonna come back to me. I just be talking sometimes. I just be talking. And the Kobe come out. You feel me?
Nah, forget the NBA references. What makes you better than someone who's nice?
You feel me? Like I said, man, I don't play basketball. So when you don't play basketball and you just nice like that, you gotta be more than nice. You feel me? You gotta be some type of more than nice. If you don't play basketball,
you do. Because I played full court game with you before we even played that.
See, now you put my business out there, man.
I said it in the video.
This is
we
about
played
you.
Full
This
court.
is about RTP John, man. It's not about Avion, man.
It's about my channel,
man.
right? Are you or not? You're not on my channel.
See, delete the video. Get me off of there, man.
Why? It's almost at 2,000 views.
I know, right? It's almost at 2,000 views. Check it up, run it up. Check out RTP John, definitely, man.
I need to pay him to rematch him. What?
Oh yeah, he definitely. If I beat you one time, please don't come to me like, yo, I want a rematch. You gotta pay to play.
He's making me pay because you know he'll lose.
It's like Dave and Buster's, man. But man, it was awesome having you on this channel, bro. For real, you're a really, really, really cool dude. That you gave me an opportunity to get on your channel, and it was awesome getting you on here talking about it. And you're one of the few people that I see doing some things, and just want to encourage you, keep it up, for real. And just keep on pushing, man. I can see you doing I could reaching those goals, in your YouTube channel, and hopefully we can run another video, and I can, give you a rematch.
I ain't paying for it.
Maybe for free. You feel me?
Maybe that's the only way we play it if it's for free.
But yeah,
if
man,
I pay and I beat you, I'm getting my money back.
We here for John's final thoughts, man. What you want to tell people?
Nah, I just want to thank you and I'll tell you I appreciate it for bringing me up on here to help you out, talk about what it's like in the YouTube community. I'm making videos and all that. I see you doing your thing too with this Let's Talk About It podcast. Wish nothing but the best for it. In terms of everybody else, if anybody wants to start YouTube, anybody wants to do what Avion's doing, go ahead and do it. Like, don't listen to nobody hating on you. Don't listen to nobody's doubts. Just do you. Maybe it's something you find passionate in, maybe it's something not, but you won't ever know until you try it. So just keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. My goal is 1,000. I'm at 500 right now. Hopefully get the people around me too, because this won't mean nothing if I can't influence others to come up with me. So again, I just want to thank you for bringing me on here, and wish nothing but the best for this podcast. Hopefully in the future we make this again. We probably both in 2 different states, and your channel, my channel.
Yeah.
Just keep going from there.
For sure. Appreciate you for watching. Let's go.